Remember, it is the cry of your baby that marks the arrival. So, it's not always bad. It's not always that worrisome. Howdy everyone, this is Astha Joshi and you're watching Learning Never Stops, and today I come to you as a mother of two and as an early year professional. And today I'm going to talk to you about crying in children. Without wasting much time, let's start with the babies. Now, babies don't know anything else except crying. The only way of communicating is by crying. So, you have to adhere to their cry. You have to act on their cry. You have to. But don't rush. It's okay. Let their vocals open up. Let them stretch themselves. Let their muscles open up. You don't have to go at the spur of the moment. You don't have to act like this. Take your time. Easy is the way to go when it comes to the babies. But with babies, their each and every cry must not get unnoticed. Now, when your baby is at the threshold of becoming a toddler, that is the time to watch for, because that is the time when your child may become an obsessive crier. If you want me to put a number to this age group, then I would say, 8.5 months to 13 months is the time when the baby may become an obsessive crier. There are two major reasons why a child may become an obsessive crier. First, neglect, and second is the exact opposite of it. If you look too much after your baby, if you're too possessive about your baby, these are the two main reasons why your child may become an obsessive crier. So let's try and break them down one by one. Now, what is neglect? Neglect is that when you're not taking care of your baby, when your baby really needs you. Maybe at the time when the baby is hungry, maybe at the time when the baby is sleepy, maybe at the time when the baby is wet. These are the three main reasons why a baby needs you. And if at that time you're not there, the child will resort to crying. And if crying is not heard, then the child may move into pulling hair, scratching, biting, and all that stuff. Moving on to the second kind, which is being too overpossessive about your child, looking too much after your child. I'm not saying that do not take care of your child. None of us would agree that we are overpossessive about a child. I mean, it is hard to believe. And sometimes we do not even come to know that we are being overpossessive about our child. I myself was overpossessive about my children. I still am. I know. But I have to break myself down. I had to let go of things. I'll tell you an instance. Once I was in a group of people, and my elder one, who was little then, out of all the 15, she only wanted me. And I was super happy seeing that. I was like, oh my God, yes, my child loves me. She wants me. She gets comfort from me. So I was really happy about it. However, just few days after that, when I had something really important to do, and she was not even staying with her daddy, gave me a punch on my face. That's when I realized that it's not just love for me. She is too dependent on me. She's so dependent that she doesn't want to stay with others. And if that continues, how will I move ahead? And most importantly, how will she move ahead? And that was the day when I realized that I will not be a spoon feeder to my child. I'll make her handle her own spoon. Being a parent, it gets really difficult for us to see our child crying. And of course, not even a single cry of the baby should get unnoticed. However, we must ignore some of the cries. We are big enough. We are adults. We know very well that which cry is a fake cry and which cry is the real cry. Which cry is for something that they want but they don't need, and what cry is the one which they really need. Hence, adhere to their needy cry, not their cry wherein they're wanting someone or something. But how do I do this? How do I control their cry? Well, I would say that go easy onto it. You don't have to rush onto it. The first thing that I would advise you to do is that if you are a couple with a child and the child is crying, and normally if it is you who comforts the baby, stop right there. Let the other one go and comfort it. Second, if the child is crying for you, which most of the children do, most of the children cry for one of the parents, the parent on whom they are more dependent. So if they're crying for you, ignore. Pretend the child that you're not looking or hearing to his cry. And if the child comes to you, grabs you or whatever, be firm. Be firm to the child. However, never say to your child, stop crying. Another very important thing, if you're letting your child cry, do not carry a guilt what others will think, because others will always think something or other. Do not think that you're being less of a mother or bad of a mother when you're letting your child cry. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. It's your child. You want good for your child. And sometimes we must let our child come out of things on their own. We need them to be independent. We want them to be independent. I am not saying to neglect each and every cry of your baby or your child. As mentioned earlier, try not to say to the child, do not cry. Don't cry. Why are you being a crybaby? Don't cry like a girl. Are you a baby that you're crying? Don't say such things. In fact, let your child cry. Say to the child it's okay to cry, or rather, just don't say anything. Especially if the cry is because of a hurt, then go to the child and address the hurt, not the cry of the baby. The baby is crying because the baby is in pain. Ask the child, what is the matter? Do not say to the child, don't cry. With that, I'll end the video here. I hope I have not missed out on anything. If you have something to add on to this, then do comment below. I'll be happy to read them. If you have something to differ, then also do comment. I would love to listen to your point of view as well. Also, if you have something that is worrying you about your child, then do comment below. I would try to make a video on that. With that, I would like to say bye to you all. I know today was a very quiet session with not much happening around, but I promise that I'll try and make something more happening next time, right? Until then, adios, amigos and amigas.